Good evening, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well on this Thursday evening. Saw some news about a DJI Mavic Mini 2. And I want to go ahead and we're going to share a few things, and then I'm going to share my thoughts and let you know what's going on here. Okay. Now, the first part of this is, of course, our buddy, Mr. OsitaLV, decided to post this today. Mavic Mini 2 is on the way. That's it. Nothing else on that. All right. And of course, a number of people commented on that. Now, there were articles out on DroneDJ, and you can read that at your leisure. And there was an article on DroneXL and from our friend Hey Kestelou, and he said, we've heard that CEO and founder of DJI, Frank Wang, is not satisfied with the video quality coming out of the DJI Mavic Mini. In fact, apparently he hates it. Initially, there was talk of an upgrade, version 1.5, if you will. However, according to our source, there's an 80% chance that we will see a new DJI Mavic Mini 2, obviously with improved video quality, 4K, before the end of the year. Now, the other thing that I want to call your attention to is this, is I've always told you where you will find it before the very first bits of information that where you can verify that it actually is happening. It will be on the FCC grant ID database. For those of you that aren't familiar with this, I'm going to scroll down here in a second, but I want to give you a little bit of background with this, okay? What happens is the FCC needs to certify this because it is an electronic device and that it communicates via radio waves, okay? So it has to be certified by the FCC. They have to have test results, and they have to send them to the FCC to certify them. And when they do so, they publish it out on the FCC grant ID database. And as you'll see here, what I'll do is I'll scroll down. You can see Mavic Air 2, all right? There's a search bar. Mavic Mini confirmed in FCC database filing. That's from last year. Mavic Air 2 appears in FCC's database and so forth, okay? There's nothing out there. You can see I typed up here, FCC grant ID database, Mavic Mini 2. Nothing's coming up here, okay? Absolutely, positively, nothing is coming up here. So what does all this mean, Bill? Well, what all this means is, all right, number one, OsitaLV put out a tweet. And Hey Kestelou may have had some information on this, okay? He put this out there. Is that a chance that it could happen? Absolutely, there's a chance that it can happen. Absolutely. But it's been, other than this, it's been absolutely quiet. There's been absolutely nothing on this whatsoever out there. I haven't seen or heard anything. In fact, I was teased today from Ron. He said, because I sold my Mavic Mini, he said I was under NDA, or as Mikey likes to call it, DNA. That I had an advanced copy of it, which I always wish that's never happened, folks. I would love for it to happen, but it's never happened. Okay. So, at this point, all it is a rumor. All right. There's nothing to substantiate this except this information. There's no renderings. There's no mock-up. There's no somebody didn't Photoshop anything. There is absolutely nothing out there. There's nothing to go on. So at this point, all it is a rumor, all right? My suggestion to you, if this is something that interests you, every so often, go out to the FCC grant ID database, type on Google, type FCC grant ID database, and then DJI Mavic Mini 2, all right? Maybe once a week, maybe a couple of times a week, and lo and behold, something will show up. In fact, I'll tell you what. When the original Mavic Mini got out there, one of my subscribers pinged me, sent me a messenger text, and let me know, hey, Bill, guess what's out on the FCC grant ID database? And boom, it was there. All right. Now, you may see information on forums that are out there. Okay. The Mavic Pilots forum, people may be posting information on there. This is what I'm telling you right now. Okay. This is what we know. And we don't know a lot. We know OsitaLV put out a post about this, There's no drawing, there's no rendering, there's no picture, there's no video, there's no nothing. There's nothing on the FCC Grant ID database. And hey, may have had some inside information. We don't know. I have not heard anything else. So at this point, it is a rumor, folks. All right. I want to be crystal clear on that. Absolutely 100%. Now, while it is a rumor, okay, a 4K camera on that would be awesome. All right. But I still say one of the things, and people are going to like, oh no, we'll see. And here's the thing. All right. If you put a 4K camera on there, the drone's going to weigh more. I can tell you that right now. All right. That's to keep it at 249 grams is probably going to be next to impossible. So my thing is this. All right. The original Mavic Mini is where it's at 249 grams. That's absolutely fine. And I'm just being hypothetical here, folks. All right. For a 4K version, all right, let's make it a little beefier. Okay. Let's make it weigh a little more, because I'll tell you what, the Achilles heel and the number one pain point for me was not the lack of a 4K camera with this drone. Okay. I live near the coast of Florida. We get a lot of wind down here. All right. There were so many times I wanted to take it up. I couldn't, because it was too windy for that drone. I could take the Mavic Air 2 up. I could take the Mavic 2 up, the Phantom 4 Pro V2.0. I could take all those up. Even the Fimi I could take up. I couldn't take the Mavic Mini up. You'll get a wind warning, then you'll get a second wind warning, then you'll get a third one. By the time you get the third one, you better head back. All right. It's not built to handle those winds. So, on my wish list, beside the 4K, I would really like to see it weigh more. All right. And I know it's going to be to the chagrin of everybody, Canada and Europe. Oh, we need it to weigh 249 grams. I can tell you right now, with a 4K camera, it will not weigh 249 grams, guys. It's just not there. It's just not in the cards. Okay. I absolutely, positively just don't see that happening. Okay. Mid-Valley Drones is here. JSK Enterprise, Steve Mack. Let's see who else. Michael Wright's here. Paul Murray is here tonight. Mid-Valley Drones. That's where my thoughts are. That's what I think this is. Okay. If it does happen, when would it happen? I don't know. I think, who knows? All right. Will it happen? To be honest with you, I don't think it will. Look at the date we're at. Okay. We're right at the end of September right now. All right. Whenever they filed that, let's go back here, and I want to show you guys something on these FCC Grant ID database. All right. Let's pull it up. All right. Okay. I'm going to pull this article up from DroneDJ from last year. So I want to show you something. All right. Let's look at the date of this. Okay. DJI Mavic Mini confirmed in FCC database filing. Now this is last year, folks. Okay. This is not current. All right. This is not current. All right. Look at the date here. October 8th, 2019. All right. I mean, it could happen. I'm not saying it won't happen. I'm saying it could happen. All right. Look at the date. It's October 8th. When did I get mine? I picked mine up on November 11th, 2019 at Best Buy, because that's they obviously shipped a number to Best Buy. Could this happen? It very well could happen. All right. But I would have to say this. Okay. By now, okay, we probably would have seen, this is just my hypothesis here. By now, we would have seen some type of a rendering of this. Okay. And we would have heard more information about this as well. That's my strong opinion on that. There would have been more. We would not have just gotten our buddy's tweet here, Mr. OsitaLV. So until we get more substantiated information, okay, this is just a rumor. And that's where we are at. I mean, I can't say anything more than that right now. I had plans on working on editing a video to get it out tomorrow, but I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that tomorrow. I thought this was important enough to get this out there. I want to make sure that you know something, okay? That there are the things that you look for, okay? And the number one thing that you look for, you don't look for tweets from OsitaLV. Even from our good friend, Hey Kesselu, you don't look for information from him. Although he is very accurate, all right? The number one source that you look at is the FCC grant ID database, okay? Yeah, Jay Bird, yeah, you're right. 2020 is unpredictable. We don't know. Okay, this could very well happen. Who knows? I mean, who knows at this point? I don't know. But like I said, if it does happen, you know it's going to have a 4K camera on there. And with a 4K camera, you know it's going to weigh more, okay? You absolutely know that. So, you know, as far as other things like OcuSync 2.0 and things like that, I don't think so, because you have to have a bigger chassis to support the electronics for OcuSync 2.0. I know this because I've talked to Rick Smith about that, okay? It just can't handle that in that chassis. Could they beef up the Wi-Fi in there? I mean, the Wi-Fi was pretty good as far as I'm concerned, okay? Because I have a problem over in the corner of the lake, and you guys have seen that with a Fimi, okay? Now, I did experience that a couple times with a Mavic Mini over there. So that's where we're at. No, Jay Birdie, it won't be smart controller configurable. It has to be OcuSync 2.0. If it's not, it won't have it. I've had people ask me questions about that already, considering the upgrade for the smart controller with the Mavic Air 2. No, it's not. It's not going to have that out there. Waiting on my smart controller to come tomorrow. Thank you, Bill. You're welcome, Drone Boy. Yeah, that's where we're at. Keep an eye out on the FCC grant ID database, and I can tell you this. I get any more information, I will be sure to let everybody know this. It will be out on, you know, I'll get this on the channel. We'll get it out on Build a Drone Reviewer Facebook group page and out on Twitter, you know, because I want you guys to have the latest information, okay? This is the latest information. This is what we know right now, and it isn't much. So all that being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. That's all that I have. I wanted to get this out there to share this information with you. I thought it was important enough. You know, I hear anything, I get any more feedback on this, I will be sure to post this, but this is what we know for right now. So hope everybody has a great rest of your evening. And remember, as always, oh, and by the way, before I sign off, I was out on Build a Drone Reviewer Limited Edition with some important information about the smart controller update. Make sure you go out there and check that video out before you do your download. It's important, okay? It'll make your process go so much easier. I promise you that. So on Build a Drone Reviewer Limited Edition, there's a video I did last night. It was a live stream. It wasn't long, that talked about something important that you need to know about that. So with all that being said, hope you guys have a great rest of your evening. And remember, as always, it's a great day to fly. Take care, guys.